forgot to record. Yeah, when we are in a meeting or when we are in any session, sometimes when we are suddenly given a topic, we find it hard to organize our thoughts. So it is very important to learn the techniques to organize our thoughts. And one of that is the past, present, future technique, which I told you about. So I already gave a demo. Now I will ask Praveen to speak on this topic first. That will also give you an idea of how to go about this. Praveen, the topic for you is mobile phones, how it was in the past, now, and future. Go ahead.
Well, before mobile phones were invented, people used to use. I mean, at first, even before even a telephone was invented, people used to write letters and post it, or even send it through a person if it was between two kings. And then after a few days, people invented a telephone, which is used to communicate with other people using signals. I think so. It is signals, yeah. And it wasn't like how we use it now. Like you had to press that whatsoever that number is, and you had to twist it, and that's how they worked. And then after a few years, you can say few years, they invented a normal telephone, I think so, I'm not sure. Yeah, they invented a normal telephone where you use buttons to speak with. I mean, you use buttons to write the number. After that came a normal phone, which was a button phone. I mean, or you can tell it as a T9 phone, and it used buttons, and it didn't have that much features, like playing video games. And the only thing you can do is just dial the number and speak to the person, or message someone through SMSs. And then came the biggest revolution, which was a normal smartphone. And a normal smartphone was a touch screen, and you had many apps to access with, and you can even like customize how you want your phone to be. And yeah, and you even had the feature which is you can play games. Yeah, and the phone of the future in my thoughts is like you speak through an there's this not hologram, I think it is hologram, where it displays on your hand and you can use to speak through that. Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm. Okay, good. So you followed the technique effectively. Just one correction. So where you used to write the numbers on buttons, so where you used to press the number and twist it. So you can say all these with one word as dialing the numbers.
Sorry, I didn't get that in a sudden. I was like, I just made it up on my own. That too in the last minute. That's what
Yeah.
happens when you don't plan yourself.
Life is full of such moments. So yeah. Right. So now let me call Sanjay.
Yes,
Yes, Sanjay. Sanjay, the topic for you is education system. How it was in the past, how is it now, and how do you think it will be in future?
future education system. It was interesting. Uh, when I think, um, most of the people from past, they don't like to study at all. They don't want to study. They want to do whatever they want. They don't know about the knowledges and all. Um, After few years, they knew about it, and came forward to learn some knowledge. And like some learn some knowledge. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Everyone start to learn, study. They know about how important it is. Now, in our generation, most of the people are educated, well educated, start studying. They are willing to do our degrees and want to learn more things about educations. And now our education was good, I think so. They teach many things about there are many departments are there. Whatever we want, we can choose and study it. Maybe but now I think our education is not good because they based on marks and how they scored like that. But in future, what I think is people have to know their talent or some other their own interested things, and they are willing to start learn that. Because of that, they can learn very easily, and they can improve their skills very well. So if someone like to for example, someone like to go on side of cinema, like cinemas, like movies like that, they have to study this come at starting itself. They don't want to do engineering at all. That's not a good. First they do the engineering and then they want to go on that side. They are struggling for that now in this generation. In future, I want to be. They have to correct it and do it what they want. That's all I need. That's all about my side. It's my opinion. That's it.
Wonderful. Okay, good job in terms of organizing the thoughts with past, present, and future. So grammar was also good at many places, but then there are some errors. In the past, most of the people don't want to study. Past, we don't say don't.
Yeah.
Don't should become, what is the past tense of don't?
Can I
Doesn't
tell?
No, not doesn't. Past people don't should be.
past people.
In the past, people.
Sir,
I can't remember.
Wait here. Hmm,
Sorry, I can't remember it.
hmm.
Don't, won't.
Past. Okay, tell me something. Okay, ask me a question about. Um, ask me a question about yesterday. Some actions from yesterday. It could be
Done.
eating breakfast, anything.
Are you done your breakfast?
No,
No.
no.
No, actually, I'm totally blank. Sir. I can't remember anything right now. Sorry.
Okay, so let's say my answer is um, I played football yesterday. Okay, I played football. How will you make it into a negative form?
Do you play? Do you?
Negative form, sentence itself, not question. I
Didn't.
played.
Didn't. Yeah.
So now the question should be
Yeah. I
people
totally
don't want to study should be.
Yeah, didn't want to study.
That's it. Yeah, people didn't want to study. Okay, good.
excuse me, sir.
Yes, dear.
I even wanted to make another correction. Can I?
Wait, sweetheart. If I miss out, you
Yeah.
can. They knew about it, came forward to. Okay, this is a vocabulary error. Learn some knowledge. How would you correct it?
Learn some knowledge. Learn, learn some language, some
No, no.
knowledge.
Learn is correct. Learn something. Okay.
Hmm.
You either just say learn something or gain some knowledge.
Gain some knowledge. Okay.
Gain some knowledge. Okay, now they are well educated. Now I think our education is not good because it is based on marks. Okay, they have to learn that they can. Uh, we don't say do the engineering, just do engineering. Okay, no need of the. Someone like to go inside of cinemas, so you don't have to put it that way. Someone who wants to get into movies, okay, or someone who's interested in the cinema field or cinema industry need not do this. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay. So that is one of the things. Um, and the word peoples is always just people. Okay.
Okay.
So I think somewhere you use peoples, it should just be people. Peoples is also used when you say like it is people's opinion, people apostrophe yes, there you can use peoples. Oh, right. Okay, thank you, Sanjay. Now let me call Sunita, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the topic for you is I'll give you your topic itself. Fashion. How was it in the past? How is it now, and how it will change in the future? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
You can take a few seconds to.
In the past, the fashion means only about the costumes.
Mhm.
And that time, the people were choosing
Mhm.
people had very few choices to choose the material of the fabric,
Mhm.
and they always used to wear a full costume to cover their entire body, mostly, most of the people, and some female and men from the countries, some from the city, are used to use a latest fabric, and very few people were going to designer to design their clothes for their parties, wedding, birthday, or any other parties in the past time. There were many few choices for them to choose the material like silk and polyester, etc. And that time, the designers were also very few in number. The people of the village didn't know the word of fashion. They didn't know what is the fashion, and in fashion, comparatively with the world, India was very behind with the other countries like US, London, etc. But nowadays, fashion comes in each and everywhere, in simple houses, in offices, in colleges. Means you can say everywhere fashion people are using or choosing a designer to uh, to make their costumes. Now, most of the people are know what is the fashion. They go to the designer to design their costumes. And past time, it was very expensive. Fashion designing was very expensive, but nowadays it's quite affordable to each and every person. A college girl also choose a fashionable clothes. Housewife also maintain fashionable clothes in their saris or simple salwar suits. They the housewife also nowadays housewife also goes to a designer to construct or to make their costume to make their costume. Nowadays, many types of materials and varieties are available in fashion. Means in fabric, there are lots of varieties of the fabric. We can say silk, polyester, linen, uh, tissues, bandhani, chanderis, etc. Nowadays, fashion designers are doing lots of using their mind from back of the from olden times. They are now changing their fashion designings and getting inspired from the old fashion designs, old monuments, the costume of the kings, ancient kings. You can say the fashion is now reaches in each and every houses, from kids to old person.
Nice.
In future,
Yes, please.
in future, I think people will be
Hmm. Any imagination, any just prediction, guessing.
the people will be done their fashion their own, because the fashion word is now become very common to each and every person. So
Hmm.
very
Okay,
difficult.
good, very good. Okay. So, so some corrections. Fluency technique values from female and men. So you can just say ladies and men because ladies is actually a good word. Lady is a word that generally refers to a woman from a royal family. So um, it's actually a very good word to use the word ladies. That's why people say ladies and gentlemen, all of it. So it is just like how gentleman is a good word for men, ladies is a good word for women. Um, and very few people. Huh. A lot of places you used very few people were going, very few people were choosing. So no need to use that past continuous unless there is another action that is interrupting. So like when I was sleeping, somebody disturbed me. Or when I was teaching, my friend reached home. In those cases, you can use the ing form. Or last evening, I was playing cricket. So if there is a particular time, but if there are no two actions, if there is nothing like a specific point in time in the past, we could just say very few people went to designers. Yeah. So just simple past is sufficient. No need to use the ing form, the past tense. Uh, and there was one more. Most people are know what is the fashion. Most people are know.
Most of the people there
Most of the people. No,
didn't know.
present. You're talking about the present. Most of the people are know what is fashion. Why are know what is fashion? It can be most of
Most
the
of the
people.
people know.
That's
No.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the people know what is fashion.
No fashion.
They go to the designer, the past. Housewife also. Yeah, housewife also goes to a designer. Good. Housewife goes to a designer. Good. A college girl also choose from fashionable clothes. Housewife goes. College girl choose.
Also,
A college girl. A
the
housewife.
college.
No, that's okay. A housewife also goes to somebody, goes to the designer. A housewife goes to a designer. A college girl choose. A college girl
Choose.
also choose.
Also. Choose.
Housewife goes. College girl
Chooses.
chooses. A college girl. If you said college girls, then chooses fine. Okay,
Choose.
but a college girl is only one, right? She chooses. Okay. You can say. In future, I think people will will be done their fashion. Will be done. In future, I think people will design their own clothes. You can just put it that
Okay.
way. Okay, great, thank you. Tenappan, thank you.
So,
Tenappan, so you have to talk about um, what topic can I give to you? So, okay, you must have been watching TV for some time now, right? So, how are the television programs in the past, as far as you know, just maybe 3 years, 4 years before? How are television programs now, and how do you think television programs will be in future?
sure, I will not see TV.
You don't have television,
No,
okay?
sir, I'm having TV. I will not see it.
You don't watch, okay?
Yes.
So, mm, okay, this can be. Okay, think about the food habits we follow. How were the food habits of our grandparents? How it was in the past? How is it now? What do we follow now? And how do you think it will change in future?
Yes. Before they were they have ate the food. Uh, they have ate the food too good. Like so, we can't tell in English that
Healthy food, that's it.
healthy food. mm, After few years, the English food we are taking it. Uh, it is a fat, cholesterol, sugar, most of health, uh, most of health issue will come. Uh, uh, After few years, we will come back to our old food. I think
Okay.
in Corona, Yeah, go back to our old food. Uh, and then we have take some foods. I don't know correctly.
Mhm.
Uh, and then that's all. That's all. Sir.
Okay, okay. See, before they have ate, before can we just in the olden days, okay, instead of just before, they have ate, they have ate, they have ate.
They
Hmm.
they
Huh?
no, it's sorry.
Right. They,
They ate.
that's it. Good. They ate.
They ate
Hmm.
old food,
They ate healthy food. That's it.
healthy food. Sir.
They ate food too good. Why all that? They ate healthy food. Okay. Um, After a few years, English food. What did you say?
After a few years, we are going to like English foods.
We are going to would be future. Now you're saying we are going to start the meeting in the
Uh,
5 minutes, right? So like that you're saying. So after a few years,
we go to
we don't go anywhere here. You try to use something else. It's already over.
uh,
Don't forget you're talking about past. After a few years,
after a few years. We would we would
we
we would
had we started having okay? We started having English food. Okay? And it is fat, cholesterol, sugar. It has to be
health
better.
issues. Health issues.
Uh, Make sentence. What health issues?
Um, uh, when we eat English foods,
Mm,
uh, more health issues
okay, more health issues.
like sugar, cholesterol,
Mm, mm,
etc.
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 Finish the sentence.
That's also etc.
Right. So when we have English food, more health issues like food cholesterol and fat, food cholesterol, whatever it is. Sorry, not food cholesterol. Uh, Cholesterol, sugar,
Cholesterol, sugar,
etc.
etc.
Finish the sentence.
Uh, we will come back to our old food.
And see, when we have English food, more health issues like pressure, sugar, cholesterol, etc. No need of etc. And sugar. Uh, you have to finish it, right? You have to either say will arise or will affect us. Something
Will
you have to
affect
say and
us. Will
finish.
affect us.
Or you have to say when we have English food, we will get health issues like
Sir, after etc., we should not use any words.
in this sentence, it's a sentence is not complete because you have given a condition when we have English food, and then you have to give a result, right? You cannot say more health issues like this. What? You have given a list, and then what happens to that? You have to finish the sentence.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't have to say etc. Try to avoid saying etc. as much as possible because if there is more that you know, say what are those things. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Okay, so that's how you use the past, present, and future technique to address a topic given to you